Guys, watching Hollywood celebrities growing up, you feel like sometimes you feel like it's, you have this dream where you want to be a celebrity, you want to do all these intensely amazing things, and like for a long time, I really didn't have, I watched these things, and you just see these things, and you see them, and you just think, oh, these celebrities, what kind of lives do they lead, whatever, and all this stuff, and you just think, oh, hey, they really have it all, this and that, whatever, right? And I mean, I really thought, oh, I want to be like that, whatever. And as I get closer to my goal, I'm not near it at all. I'm not famous nearly enough. I mean, I have 20,000 followers on TikTok, 21,500, 600 or whatever, and about 2,120 followers on YouTube. But, which is not much compared to these people there. Like, the actual famous people have millions of dollars and are really famous. I'm still not doing very well financially at all. And I have, like, not that many subscribers compared to them. But I'm doing decent, I'm doing quite well. And so I'm lucky that way. But, when as you get up there and you realize, hey, it's not what you think, afterwards. You really feel like it's not as, I mean, I think it'll be great, and I'm going to look very forward to it. And I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, obviously being famous is better than not being famous, and having lots of money one day is a really nice thing. I don't see any harm in that. And I think it's great. But as you get closer to your goal, you start to realize, hey, it really is just. And I mean, like, it's really good, darling. Don't get me wrong. I don't even know how good it is because I haven't been there yet. But I mean, at the end of the day, you're kind of like thinking, well, I'm the person that has had quite a full life already, kind of thing. So, when you see that and you see that you're going to be a celebrity, you think, oh, what my life is going to be so much better. But a lot of it is just what you see in the media, what they film, and how the perception of it is. When you see them filming, you think all these things. But when you actually get down to reality, and reality for everyone, I'm not just talking about, people that are not celebrities, but reality for everyone is typically just, I mean, it can be extraordinary, and you can get lots of things that you want. Anybody can, or, not anybody, but just, like, people that do get what they want, start to realize that getting what you want is really great, and you love it, but it's not like the most, there's things in life where you just, like, you got, hyping things up to an extreme can be a bit much, right? But I mean, in general, I would say it's very good. Obviously, it's really, really fantastic, Fame is really great, and you're not going to downplay it. If you're a famous person, you're not going to be like, oh, I'm so happy that I'm famous, but it's not that great. Obviously, it's great, right? And you know me, I'm not going to be like beating around the bush. I'm not going to be like, oh, it's not that good, guys. Don't try it for it, whatever. I would never say something like that. But as you get closer to your goals and start realizing, hey, it's pretty ordinary, in fact, But people like, what's his name? Jim Carrey was saying, he was talking and he was saying, oh, I really wish people could see what fame is actually like, because it really isn't as glamorous as you might think it is, right? So the problem is that the majority of people are never going to be famous, and so they don't know what it's like. They're never going to see what it's like. So for them, they're thinking they're fuming because they're like, Jim Carrey, well, you are famous. Like, how could you say that? But when you actually get to the point where you actually are starting to get famous, and you realize you had, a good life before, and you're going to have a good life after, of course fame is great. Of course fame is fun. Of course it's good. But I think people have a weird sense of what fame actually is. I think Lady Gaga was saying, people have a weird sense of what celebrities are, and they really define them differently than actual celebrities. Like, if you are an actual celebrity, and you define it that way, you would just feel, you can't define it that way because you're human, and you know that what you experience is not like, you experience great things, but it's not like, how great can something be, right? You know what I mean? But, I mean, don't get me wrong, striving to be the most famous person or do things to be famous or whatever, great on you, right? Totally do that. Be the most famous person you can be. Be the star that you want to be. Do what you need to do, right? But in general, it's not like it's not like you can only have so much fun. You can only have so much of a great life, you know, which, so I'm looking very forward to being a celebrity. I can't wait till it happens. I'm looking very forward to being rich and having a fantasy life. But, how far can a fantasy life go, really, right? Anyway, if you're out there thinking, oh my goodness, even just hearing me talk about it like this, you might be fuming. I think most people wouldn't be fuming. I'm very nice. I don't judge people for having a hard time with, maybe they're not feeling good about where they are. But, in general, the thing about it is somebody can be really rich and famous and super, super famous, and yet they're unhappy. And then someone else might be not famous at all, have no money whatsoever, be in a bad situation, and be very, very happy, right? So it's all relative. It's not like you need to be the biggest star or starlet to be like famous and happy. You can have nothing and be happy, right? So in that context, that it's just, it is what it is, darling. I'm looking very forward to be famous, and I really want to encourage you, if you are trying to be famous, go for it and be the starlet that you are, and enjoy it. But, we all know what I'm talking about, right? You guys know I think it's great, but